Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Total Media Network's Andrew Shakin Show. I'm Neil Haley, and I am excited about, again, this YouTube show. Great feedback from it, and it also goes out to syndication. And I'm excited to welcome the program Andrew Shakin. Andrew, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very glad to have the opportunity. As I said to you many times, Neil, and to many of my listeners, this show is not about political rhetoric. It is about getting at the facts.
Exactly. So we were talking about illegal immigration.
We were.
Which is a conversation last night that the president was talking about as well, based on if the Democrats win, that open borders and now amnesty to all illegal immigrants. You feel that's unfair for what reasons?
Let me put it this way. First of all, the president is charged with enforcing our laws. We are a state. We are a nation. We are not a church. But I believe in the church, Neil. But we're not a church. We're not a synagogue. We're not a charity group. We are operating a society based on laws. And we cannot operate a nation, as the president has pointed out, which the Democrats seem to endorse and want, a nation where anybody walks in.
Right. Now,
We
another
have
topic the president.
citizenship rules. That's
Yeah.
how things work.
Now, the president talked about, specifically enough, another thing, that pro-life, which has been a taboo issue. Years ago, it wasn't under President Bush, and then George H. And really was pro-life was really a push thing. Our president has really pushed the pro-life movement, but many attacks from the left and different things. So today you wanted to talk about pro-life and talk about abortion and how this process now that's happening after President Trump has been able to really help the pro-life movement.
Let me just briefly comment about certain aspects of illegal immigration very quickly.
Sure.
Number one, undocumented. That is a political cover term. The people here who come here illegally know they're coming here illegally. They're violating our laws. They're making effective fools of the American people in our nation by thinking that they have a right to be here. That's the first thing. Undocumented's got to go. It's a lie, okay? The second, a kind of lie. It's a cover, okay? It's a political cover. Second thing is the left says these people take essential jobs. A lot of people these days are out of work because of this virus. People need jobs. Our Black and Latino and poor white people are desperate for employment. It is a travesty and a joke on all of our intellects and minds and spirits to be told that these people have to fill those jobs. There are plenty of, I know, they're in the South, they're in the West, they're in Brooklyn, they're in the Bronx. There are plenty of hurting, poor Americans that need those jobs. And the second thing is Nancy Pelosi passed a bill in the House that stimulus funding should be given to illegal immigrants. Again, it sounds good, it sounds nice, it sounds humane, but unfortunately, it is a situation where we are giving benefits to people not legally entitled to them. They came here, Neil, let's get it straight. They came here illegally. They know they came here illegally. They are manipulating our system, and Nancy Pelosi is cooperating in that manipulation. Now I'll talk about abortion, okay?
Okay, so that's a good ending of the immigration, as our topic today is abortion. So talk about it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. First of all, the left confuses the issue of abortion with women's rights. Now, I think we have to look at the abortion issue fully. I wrote a book, I just show it to you guys, called Essays in the Christian Worldview, and I wrote a chapter on abortion. Starts on page 4. And the idea of women's rights is, well, I mean, it comes down to this. People should be able to do what they want, what pleases them. We live in a state of moral flux these days, or moral relativism. So many would argue, maybe correctly, maybe not, I don't think so, that they should be able to do what they want with their bodies. The idea of doing what you want is a pathetic moral position. We're not here to do what we want. I don't do what I want. I pay my taxes, Neil. I work. I maintain my residence. I do not do what I want. I do what I am mandated to do by our legal system. That's the first thing. Doing what you want is completely erroneous in terms of thinking.
Right.
It may sound good, but it isn't good. The
Right.
second thing is that the moral abortion is a significant moral issue. It has to do, many people deny this and they say no, but that is a human being that is being thrown into a plastic bag, into a garbage can. Sometimes at the beginning of life, sometimes they take even live babies, don't they,
Right.
Neil?
Right. Exactly.
They take babies at various stages of their pregnancy. And sometimes they take them even at the point of they actually, I'm told they feel this when these abortions are done. They feel pain. So, yes, I mean, let's get down to brass tacks. Nobody is going to fool me into not thinking that this is a human being whose life is being taken. I ask you, Neil, you have kids, Neil?
Yes.
How old are they?
I have 6 kids, and the oldest is 15. The youngest is a year and a half. So yeah.
I'm going to ask you, suppose one of your kids, you had aborted one of your kids, would they be here?
No, they would not be.
So what are you going to say to that? What is our population? What are we supposed to do and believe when you know, and everybody who has a family, and when they look at themselves and they say to themselves, what value do I place on humanity? When you allow abortions and you recommend them, and first of all, a woman doesn't has an option of not having an abortion and having the baby and go for adoption, right?
Yeah,
That's a fact, isn't it?
exactly. It
And
is.
there are plenty of couples that want to adopt babies.
Right.
That's the first thing. The second thing is that um, the idea of saying that this person is not a human being whose life is being taken, it's obviously a lie. You can't really say that. You can sort of say that a woman perhaps should have the option of an abortion. I suppose so. Maybe, maybe. But there is such a compelling moral issue in this respect. We have to ask ourselves. I happen to be a Christian. You don't have to be a Christian, Neil. You could
Right.
be an atheist. You
Right.
could be a Buddhist. You could be Islamist. I have no argument with other thought systems, other religious systems. But I do say that for me, Jesus and God, he says that he numbers the hairs on our head in one passage in the New Testament. He says people, humanity, which he died for. I believe he died. You don't have to believe that, Neil. You can believe anything you want. That's my position. But he places infinite value on every human being that has ever lived from beginning to end. The
Absolutely.
value is infinite for Christians. You don't have to believe that. If you feel that the value is yet people are valueless, then I suppose
Right.
you can be very comfortable with abortions.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really saying to our people, well, I don't care. I mean, I want to get rid of this kid. It's inconvenient. I don't have the money to pay for it, and so it's got to go.
No.
Well,
Okay. So,
well,
so Andrew, when we come next week, we'll delve into this topic even more. So what are we going to delve into and how next week's topic involves?
next week we will complete the abortion issue, and I want to talk next week about a very sticky topic. First of all, I am not prejudiced against people. First, I want to say about abortion that most abortions are for Black and Latino poor women. The Planned Parenthood goes into those neighborhoods and tells these people to get abortions. Margaret Sanger, the abortion issue began with Margaret Sanger in the 20s, the idea of getting rid of people that
And then
were not desirable.
and absolutely, we'll talk about that
Talk
next
about
week.
that.
Add
I
into
want
that.
to talk about the Supreme Court decision on gay marriage. I have nothing against gay people. Let me just clarify this.
Right.
They're human beings. I mean, it's not against the law to be gay. But I have an issue with the idea of marriage
Marriage.
being a constitutional right.
And we'll delve in all that. And the best place is shackandShow.com for all the information, right? Your social media sites and all that
Yep,
stuff.
take a look. And as I say, the abortion issue to me It is not about rights. It is about humanity and the value we place on a human being. If you don't
Exactly.
place value on people, I guess you don't care.
No, so like, share the video, and we'll talk next week. Take care.
Okay, I'll see you next week. Yeah,
Bye-bye.
we'll talk about